Testing what?
Good. Testing. Okay, we're good. We're good to go.
Okay. Oi, and welcome to the Dressarosa channel, or is it, no, Derp channel. I'm Skeeter, and over there is Derp, and I'm still technically sick, but I'm on good medicine right now, so I don't sound it. We have a special guest here, all the way from planet Sun, Mr. Mocat. How's it around that green planet over there?
Awful. We recently had this guy come in claiming to be a god, and he just threw everything out of whack.
Oh, bro, that sucks. Well, if you, like, die, can I get, like, half of that ham sandwich for you?
What sandwich? You know you.
Oh, right. You probably, by the time it gets here, it'll probably be rotten. Good call. Anyways, we're here to review One Piece Part 3. Oh, there's my cat. Hello, kitty. And didn't see him there. I gotta pet my cat. You like it? Oh, I don't know if you can see this. I'm sorry, Mr. Editor. I'm sorry, everyone, for doing this. But at least on the Discord, you can see it.
Yeah, Discord showing on the stream.
There we go. Here's Mr. Kitty. There's his face. He's just snoozing away. Alright, enough of that garbage. Alright, let's get into recording stuff. Alright, One Piece, cool. Part 3. Part 2, apparently there was no sound being recorded, so we're going to quickly go over that.
There's Matt's dog. Or Mulcat's dog.
Cool. Wow. Her child is with you.
Well, the cat's not going to join us.
Say hello, child. Yeah, lick his face. Yeah, get him out of there. Alright. So this is part 3. Part 2 it wasn't recorded. We're going to do a brief recap of what happened in that. There's 4 parts. First part, part 2, was Fanboy and Rebecca's plan. We learned that Bartolomeo is a fanboy of Luffy and all the Straw Hats. Awesome. Rebecca's plan is to basically win the Flare fruit so he can defeat Doflamingo. And she has a relationship with Thunder Soldier. Part 2, Black D begins. A lot of names being thrown around, and Rebecca wins Black D thanks to her special, cool, awesome dance. I think they got back to the water dance. Awesome. Trafalgar Law improvises. While he's on Greenbit, he gets captured, and he tells the Straw Hats to take Caesar to Zhao Island, and he fights Doflamingo, and he said a quote about something about what was it? I know the D will blow up a storm again. Boom. Also, Doflamingo is a former celestial dragon. Boom. All right, part 3, the Med Room and King Riku's Nightmare. Med Room, we learned this is where all the quote-unquote losers go, and we see that Usi is not dead, and people get dropped into this junkyard. King Riku's Nightmare, there's a flashback of the night where Doflamingo takes over Dressarosa, and he is offered a deal by Doflamingo, money or blood, and he chooses money, and he gets puppeteered. He and his soldiers get puppeteered by Doflamingo and kills a lot of people. And Viola makes a deal with Doflamingo to work for him. All right, boom. Got the Tontata tribe history in there. Something about winners and losers, and the new plan is to help the little people and destroy Doflamingo, which goes against what Trafalgar Law wants to do. All right, part 4. Yay, Mr. Editor. You're going to hate me for this section because I already did it. But I got to say this. I knew it. Mr. Durdur has already heard me say this, but I fucking knew it. I knew he wasn't dead. I knew it. I knew Sabo was not dead. He is alive. He is kicking, and he's working for the Revolutionary Army. Boom. Awesome. And Mr. Sleepwalker, we learned that Cavendish is a sleepwalker. There's also a story about a guy in Rommel, the island of Rommel, country Rommel, doesn't matter. Hakuba was his ulterior, and when he falls asleep, Cavendish turns into a unkillable killer. Boom. Also, Don Quixote hierarchy is explained, and I don't really want to go over that again, but basically it goes over all the hierarchs, and they got 2,000 soldiers working on it, basically. And the Black Trade Port. Okay, boom, that was part 2. Wasn't that great? Wasn't that a great review? Does that make sense? All right. Part 3. This is where our normal review starts. Episodes 669, nice, to 688 are these episodes. We're gonna talk about 4 different parts. First part is called Contracts. And Thunder Soldier's identity. Big reveal. Here we go. Let's get into it. Contracts. Okay, so in this... excuse me. Why do I keep doing things? In this section... Oops, I'm on the wrong page. Anyways, alright. In this section, we learn about these toy contracts. We see Cavendish getting turned into a toy in that entire process. And as soon as he's turned into a toy, there's a contract. And the contract states, like, you can't hurt humans and you have to listen to whatever Don Quixote hierarchy tells you. And when you're turned into a toy, everybody forgets you, even the person who turns you into a toy. And the person who turns people into toys is not Trouble, which we first think it is. It's actually a girl named Sugar, who's not a girl. Her fruit power keeps her at a young age. And you can't disobey, and yeah, everybody forgets you. So that's fun. Second one is the Thunder Soldier's identity. He's Kairos. He's the great, amazing soldier who won 3,000 battles in a row without losing. And he was the first person to be turned into a toy, thanks to a flashback that we see. No. he is the only toy. No, that's true. He's the only toy without the contract. He was the first one. It's like something happens, and he gets turned into a toy. And next we got Robin's plan. So in Operation SOP, which I forget exactly what it means, but it has to do with like Sugar operating panic or something like that. They want to like frighten her to turn everybody back into a toy. And their plan to do this is with a magical grape filled with not Tabasco sauce, but like
Sugar out of Mage Panic is the
Sugar
name.
out of Mage Panic.
Out of Mage.
Out of Mage. We got it. And Tabasco sauce is used in this grape, and we learn through the grapevine, no pun intended, that they tested it on 50 people, the little people, and I think, what was it they said? It was like 18 passed out and like 20 almost died, and he's just like, he has a look of like, yeah, 20 people almost died taking this. Oh, Leo. Not you. That's our cat's called. Leo. Anyways, so that's our plan. Alright, part 2. This is a multi-favorite part. You guys kind of spoiled it, but you didn't. I just knew something was going to happen. Usopp tells the truth. Didn't see that coming. So basically, what happened? This whole time, the little people see Usopp land as a god, pretty much, and how he's gonna. He fought off 50,000 fishermen, and he's a descendant of Roland, and he's saying all these false things to make them believe him, and he starts running away, and we're like, no, Usopp, where are you going? And he comes back at the very end to as Treble, by the way, is stomping on little people because they got defeated by him. He comes back and he starts fighting them. And what does he say? Where is it? What does he say? Page. What does he say? Oh. Leo says Uso Landon doesn't lie, and then Usopp proceeds to tell the truth, and he says, I'm going to become your legendary hero now, after he says, I didn't kill 50,000 fishermen, I'm not your hero, I'm not, a descendant of Noland, I'm not, the guy that you think I am, and then he proceeds to attack people, and of course, right away, the ruse of the Tabasco grape, Sugar sees through it. She thinks it's made of poison. So Usopp's all tied up. You're like, oh, how's he going to get out of it? She feeds him the grape. Now he has, and he swallows it. It's in his stomach, and something's rumbling in his tummy. And the face that he makes, his eyes popping all of them, fire coming out of his mouth. He makes Sugar pass out, and she freaks out, and she gets traumatized by this. And no more toys. Now,
to her credit, Tabasco, any form of like spices like that are technically a poison to some degree because they went to ward off things from creatures from eating them.
That's true. This is true. All right. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, no more toys is mentioned. Everybody's chanting, yeah, take down Doflamingo. Everybody starts remembering what happens all at the same time. All the toys in the stadium, all the toys that are in the junkyard, all the toys that are working in the black trade port come back and they're like, I'm back. Let's go kill Doflamingo. And,
before that, we have a moment where in the manga, when this came out in the manga, a similar scene essentially happened in Bleach as well.
Yes. Usopp's now a god. They see him as this magnificent creature. He's held up by one of the Elbaf giants. He's like, this is the creature that saved us all. And the whole time he's like, put me down. That hurts. I can't stand it. And he gives a message. And his message is saying, I hate you guys. Put me down. I don't want to be here. You're gonna injure me. Give me some water, basically. And what they interpret it as, you will be guided by me. Yeah. You will be guided by me. And however the Japanese works, like, he says something else. And people are like, oh, what should we do? And he's like,
destroy the factory behind me.
He's like, destroy the factory and save our little friends? And they're like, yeah, destroy the factory and save our little friends. Yeah, that's a great idea. So, if you haven't seen it, this is one of the great Usopp moments. I mean, you have the amazing fight between Luffy and Usopp, way before Letter 7, and then you have Usopp's other things that happen, like, and
okay, first and foremost, the Ghost Girl. The Usopp's fight with Pearl and the Ghost Girl.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a good one too. I suppose you could say at Logtown when he does that, hey, if I miss this shot, you're free to shoot me, Steven. When he earns his goggles back.
You mean the filler episode?
That was a filler episode? Didn't seem like a filler episode to me.
One Piece filler is either, you obviously know because you'll get stuff like Chopper Man or Straw Hat Oyabun where it is very, very clearly filler, or it's just believable enough to be normal. Like that cooking competition with Sanji in Longtown, that was filler.
Oh, I thought that was not filler. Oh well.
A lot of Logtown was filler.
Oh.
Hence why there's more episodes of the anime than there was chapters of the manga for that arc.
Oh, and I would know that because I read all the manga myself. Meaning, I read zero of the manga. So take that, school. That's right, kids. You don't need to learn to read. Alright. Let's get on with this garbage. Alright, the next thing is Kairo's life. Or Kuros's life. As soon as he gets turned, as soon as you learn that he is Kairos, we get a little flashback of him when he's 15 and he just like murdered a couple people because they attacked his friends or whatever, and we see him get put into the Coliseum and like, hey, if you win X amount of matches, we'll let you go. And he, after 9 years, he wins 3,000 matches without losing. And he become, by the age of 25, he is the captain of Dressarosa, or the head main soldier guy, captain. Well, I forget his official title. Doesn't matter. And he decides he wants to marry. He's sworn to protect Scarlet, the daughter of the king, and falls in love with her instead. And so, but because of his murderous past, they can't officially do that. So they fake Scarlet's death, and they're able to get married. And then Doflamingo appears, and that's where we are today. And we get to see his how he deals with that. Like, he gets chained up, and in order to save the king, he cuts off his own leg and starts attacking, and he gets turned into a toy as he's attacking. Yeah, that was a pretty good. Did you go, oh, that's how that happened. But we have more important news. Sabo, yes, who's alive, he wins the finals match, and the finals match wasn't too bad. It just didn't feel like it was like the main part of any kind of the story, only for the fact that it was to see who got the Ace's Flare fruit, and Sabo won. And he got to eat the fruit. Eats fruit right away. And what does he say? He says, Ace, I take your ability. And that's kind of cool to see. And Luffy definitely approves of Sabo eating that fruit. And even Diamante, who's there, he says, hey, we didn't intend on anyone actually getting the fruit. So that makes sense for his sake, or Doflamingo's point of view. Let's see. All right, and then it gets a little more intense. After a whole bunch of shenanigans happen, the Smile Factory is being attacked, and the Coliseum thing happened, and everybody got turned back into toys. And also, Trafalgar Law, basically attacks Doflamingo, and I think we get a scene there where even Luffy attacks him as well. He mentions Birdcage. We're like, and I'm thinking like, what the hell does that mean? You can see Law is absolutely terrified. He's terrified about this. Now, why is he terrified about this? Because he knows the entire island is screwed. What Doflamingo does is he it's a plan basically that the plan is to kill everyone on the island, and he marionettes random people on the island and forces them to kill each other. And with all this chaos, people start freaking out. They can't leave if they try to get through the little bars. Like he has his string power, so he basically, from the very top of it basically exploded with strings surrounding it like a horizontal bird cage would. You can't get through it. It'll cut you if you try to, and everybody's stuck there. So, at the same time, which leads to his game that he plays. But before we get to that, we'll get to the part where Kairos, as soon as he transforms, he goes right for Doflamingo's head, and he cuts her right off. And you're like, yeah, look at this. And what were we all thinking? We were all thinking, yeah, he did it. End of the story. We got it, right, guys?
Yeah, first time reading it, I was like, this can't be how they end it.
Yep.
Totally ending the arc right there. Totally.
Yep. Well, like 5 seconds later, you realize that that's just a clone. And so you're like, oh, I knew that was too easy. Oh, gosh darn it, golly me, jeez. So that was kind of, but the next part, the last part, Doflamingo's game. So he says it on the loudspeakers. His challenge to everybody there, he says, hey, I'll let you go if you complete this game. You can either kill me or kill these 12 fools with prizes. And let me tell you about these wonderful prizes. Each star rating is 100 million berry. Oh, now these like pirates and all these people are like, yeah, we're gonna get some extra cash and then get out of here. It's gonna be really fun. So, the first level, the 1-star level, is Rebecca, Robin, Kinemon, Violet, or Viola, and Frankie. 2-star are Kairos and Zoro. 3-star people are Sabo, Luffy, Law, and King Rios. Did I say that right? Yeah, King Rios. And I like how they do this. We get through 11 people, and then Usopp's like, "Oh, thank God they forgot about me." He's like, and the one 5-star person, yes, 500 million berry goes to the person who kills God Usopp. He's like, no, why do they remember me?
Well, you know, he is a former world noble. He thinks he's a god.
Exactly. Oh, that's right. He is a former world noble, and yeah. So that was funny. So this tactic by Doflamingo is very, very smart of him, very cunning. Is a divide and conquer strategy. You know that everyone's coming for you, so you take people's greed and say, hey, if you kill these other dickholes that are pissing me the hell off, kill them, I'll give you a prize instead. People are like, oh yeah, no, that sounds great, that sounds wonderful. We have a much better chance against these guys. The other thing about this section, the most important thing we find out, besides Pika's voice, is Usi is alive. He's alive, and that's all I care about.
Lucy is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who saved him.
Mr. Bull himself. Mr. Bull Usi, which I guess Usi means bull in Japanese. He gives Luffy a ride, and he's part of Luffy's army. They basically rally around him, and all the everybody instantly knows that Usopp saved them for being toys and stuff. So they all want to pay back.
They were all there cheering for him.
Oh, in the arena as well, you mean?
No, I mean when he was when he revived everyone, the giant Hyojin, he literally held him up.
Right.
And he's like, "This is the man who saved us from our pain. Bow to him." Hold on, I'm gonna use this. This is the man who saved us from our pain. Worship him as a deity and follow his commands, for he is Captain Usopp. As the arena blows up on top of him, comes crashing down, and heavenly light descends on him.
Oh, I forgot about the heavenly light. Heavenly light, yes, you gotta have the heavenly light. No, that's a great scene, and it will go out down forever in Dressarosa history. And yeah, go Captain Usopp. And at that point, I think everybody knows that he's a Straw Hat as well. So after it's funny, like right after they announced like here's the bounties on the people, the same people who like thank them for saving them are like, oh, let's go kill them right away. Here's your loyalty. Yeah, about that. Thanks for saving that. But yeah, we like money better, kind of thing. So Usi's awesome. So basically, he gives Luffy a ride, and all the people that are on top that see Luffy are like, "Oh yeah, let's go. We gotta pay back Luffy because of one of his crew members did for us, and we gotta kill Doflamingo to honor our debt, pretty much." And there was a whole lot of shenanigans where people were racing up to Doflamingo, and a lot of fighting. Cool. Then we get we're almost done, guys. So we get to Doflamingo's past here. We learn briefly of his past. We don't to this point we haven't had a lot, but pretty crazy. He lost his mom at the age of 8. And he killed his dad at the age of 10. And he also killed his younger brother, Corazon, 13 years ago, which was Trafalgar Law's friend. Boom. Wow. Good job, sir, for being so evil and crap. And the last thing we're going to talk about today is Peter's voice. You laugh, you die. Alright? You laugh, you die. Tell that to Luffy, though, who immediately hears his voice and is laughing.
So does Zoro. And everybody else around.
Even Zoro can't help it. He's just like, you get that's your voice, it doesn't fit. So that is the 20 episodes there. We learned a lot. We learned Sabo's great. We learned that Captain God Usopp is awesome. And don't eat grapes, I guess? I don't know. I think the best part about these 20 episodes was the Doflamingo's game and how crazy stupid you have to be to fall for that. You really think he's going to give you money for killing these people? Like, I don't think so. He's trapping everyone in a cage and forcing them to attack each other. I thought it was really menacing. It feels like watching Battle Royale, how you're like, oh, this is so wrong, but I can't look away, kind of thing. I don't like torture, but it sure is fascinating, I don't want to see people torture, unless it's on Game of Thrones. It's okay. But yeah, that was our review. So like and subscribe for more of this garbage if you want. Guys, got anything else to say? I think we covered most of it.
Not that I can think of.
Not that I can think of.
Whoa. Wow, grand, wonderful.
We'll probably do part 4 on Saturday
Next week?
this week.
Good. Next week.
Unfortunately, I am not available. My Saturday is now officially booked up.
Saturday this week.
Yeah, this week I have to. I got some tree trimming I gotta do. I've got to fix some siding in my house.
Just
And
correcting Skinner, who's trying to get a week off.
What do you mean week off?
You said next week?
Yeah.
No, this coming Saturday.
Right, and I'll be having to watch more One Piece. Like, bruh.
I gotta print this fidget toy off for my 3D printer.
Like, I gotta be honest, dude. Like, between you and me, like, you can watch a lot of anime really quickly. I can't.
I know.
I'm even struggling these days to watch a full series in a day.
Plus, I'm taking notes, so it takes extra long.
I gave you 4 days for the next part.
When was our last review? Wasn't that Saturday?
Yep.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 3 days. That was rough, dude. I'm just saying, I can't watch anime as fast as you can. So I'll get done when I get done, but I can't promise anything. If you're part of a team, let me just say this: if you're part of a team, you're only as fast as your slowest teammate. So I technically can watch 20 episodes in a day. But you gotta realize I don't like sitting for 7 hours, watching anime.